Looks like everybody's on audio, so welcome everyone to the first of a series of 2 teachings by the Venerable Lama Lodu Rinpoche on Guru Yoga. For individuals who have not been able to join us for these Zoom teachings in the past, the format is that after my brief introduction, Lama Lodu will give the teaching, and there'll be time for Q&A at the end. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat. If you're skilled enough with Zoom chat functions, you can send them directly to me, David Falla. That's the least confusing way for as the chat pops up in the window if you put it in the group chat. So that's the least distracting way, I should say, to do it. But if you can't figure that out, feel free to put it in the group chat. Today, as I mentioned, this is the first in a series of teachings on Guru Yoga, the 16th Karmapa. And from the flyer that was sent out, I will just read as context. In general, the Lord Buddha Sakkyamuni presented the 3 Yanas, Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Each has their own unique topics and practices. Vajrayana is one of the Yanas called the Diamond Path or Secret Path. There are many terms there, but in the more expanded layout of categories, Vajrayana has 4 stages in general. There are Cha.gyu, Chu.gyu, Nal.jor.gyu, and La.mey.gyu. These are the 4 stages of tantra. Among all of these tantras, when all the hearing, reflecting, and meditation are done accordingly, then all of these practices are condensed into Guru Yoga practice. These Guru Yoga practices are the essential practice of the Vajrayana, but they are complicated due to our low faculties and low understanding. All of these contribute to make it complicated. But being that we are devotees to the Buddha, and especially dedicated to the practice, the Cha.gyu lineage, we should expose a little bit. Some people have a good experience, some people may not have so deep of an experience, and some people may have no experience. This is all depending on one's own understanding of Dharma, and especially one's understanding of Vajrayana. One's devotion and one's compassion that makes one's Guru Yoga practice become more important. Rinpoche is presenting these practices in the hopes that practitioners will gain some blessing from the enlightened ones for those who are serious to Buddhism and to the lineage. And with that, just before you start, Lama Rinpoche, I'd just like to say, on behalf of the board, and I'm sure everyone who's in attendance today, thank you for presenting these teachings, particularly since so many of us have a deep devotion to both the 16th Karmapa, the Karmapa lineage as a whole, and Kala Rinpoche as well. So thank you, and please proceed.
Thank you, Dave. Your comment is very good. So yes, and I'm really very happy to be presenting these teachings as my limited knowledge. But even the limited knowledge, this can some plant the seed with my hope and with my motivation. So is caused by some of my few students and board director, and also willing to me to do this and teach this teaching. So I am very happy to do so. I have fortunate enough have some experience and around His Holiness 16th Gyalwang Kamapa. And so therefore I'm very happy being presenting this teaching text which we're going to use 16th Karmapa, his own, composed by himself. So this is, we call that, his own practice of Guru Yoga, written by himself is much more blessing than somebody wrote about his practice. So this is kind of more very important practice, someone understanding really deep Vajrayana way. And so this is kind of very special for me too. I think this, I gave few time with the group when I was some times ago, I think few years long, maybe few decades actually. So I find the text was translated by me. So that time, some student gave me that text. Then he said, well, you gave this teaching before. So that's also remembering, recall me, teach this and teaching me before too, not only this time. And so His Holiness Karmapa is not the, a Lama or ordinary being. His body is human body, but really true Buddha mind. He's a truly Buddha, what I experience. And so there are lots of story up, of course, Karmapa is there, the 16 now to 7, now it's 17 Karmapa. So 17 Karmapa have, each of Karmapa has been contribute lots of benefit, many beings who need, from post Karmapa to until 17 Karmapa, who are continually, he sacrificed himself to completely dedicate for benefit sentient being. And 17 Karmapa also now day and night he's teaching. And so you can see his teachings and all different YouTube channel and also their Facebook. And I'm seeing everywhere, I'm listening myself. And so that is the 17. But we now talking about 16 Karmapas. And he was the, recognized by the 7 and 15 Karmapa. He left the letter when he passed away. And his location where he going to born, all these kind of environment, location of geographic and everything, and even the name of the father and mother, on the year of the father and mother, and it's, I think also that some family kind of, there are kind of number of family and also. So this kind of specifically 15 Karmapa himself wrote and the letter to leave there his own attendance. And so through that very letter from 15 Karmapa left, and they searched with that letter, finally the recognition have been completed by his eminent Tai Siddhaparam, which that is Siddhi Pema Ongshu, which is not this one and before this. Siddhi Pema Ongshu was one who the examined and recognized the 16 Karmapa, so enthroned him. And so since then he was kind of continually, when young age he was studying very hard. At a certain age then he was continually benefiting sentient beings. And that is, Karmapa is not like just somebody made that, because also this Lord Buddha Sakkyamuni, Samadhi Raja Sutra, Alankar Sutra, there is different sutra he prophesies post Karmapa Tisum Kempa. So that all, if someone can able to find in research in the sutra, you can find exactly what the Buddha himself is saying about him, who he is coming and what he'll do. According to Buddha here, performing the activity in Tibet, post Karmapa, then following by that, the second Karmapa, then until 17 Karmapa, there is completely extraordinarily contribute in Tibet, many benefit, many beings, and especially 16 Karmapa, due to the Chinese invasions, he come out from Tibet, and then he was greatly benefiting all the world. And as most of you, I don't know, you're young, you may not see him, but some of you may see. And so therefore you can tell who I'm talking about, what feeling when you see him. And these people can actually really know what I'm talking about. And then also in Tibet, before he came to India, a few years back, he was a kind of composed a poem that he say he going to, that Tibet will become not anymore accommodating Dharma. Have Chinese here. They didn't say Chinese, but something. He said that he had to go to in India, there's no other place to go. Only he go in India. He says there are no place to go other than to East India. So I think that was he came out from Bhutan. That must be India East, I guess. And that's where he was a few 5-6 years before, which is Tibet was not that kind of active for no invasion. But that time his song write the song, but no one knows that. But then later, everybody impressed by he was prophesied at the end where he will end up. So he was already say. Then also he say where he going to live, also, and that was kind of located in Sikkim. He already prophesied there where he going to go, what territory. So these all he wrote down. These people is very famous. People sing the song in the New Year. Sometime, anytime they read a song singing in Tibet, this song. And so that is kind of that 16th Karmapa himself has so, omniscience. So he may have many reincarnations he recognized. So all of them are very authentic bodhisattva acting. So the lineage, not only our Cha.gyu lineage, but he was recognized Gyalwang Kamapa, Nyingma Saja, or many incarnation he recognized. So this all of them, some of still live and performing activity, it's their own lineage, and some may be passed away, but before pass away, they did very authentic job for Dharma to flourish and benefit to people by hearing the Dharma and reflecting Dharma, and then put into Dharma practice. So those that, through his 16 Karmapa's activity, so that also, not only Buddha prophesies what his activity will be, also Rupa Sambhava has been prophesied about his incarnation, what he will do, what name he will be. So all these things are kind of actually, some people has composed that too. And they also have lots of quoted from the sutra, and that is, Karmapa is authentic teacher, true Buddha. And the Karmapa means the activity of the old Buddha. Karma means the action, so that he is kind of emanation of the old Buddha's activity and form of the human being to benefit other sentient beings. So that was the Karmapa. He was the one who has this is the 17th time. So almost more than 900 years passed for his reincarnation in Tibet. Before the Karmapa, there's no incarnation kind of traditions in Tibet. But Karmapa was the first time who, recognized himself as Karmapa, and since then the Karmapa reincarnation begin to have tradition come to Tibet. And so before that is there's teachings going on. Only when Guru passed away, Guru representing his best student to enthrone to lead his disciple. And up to Karmapa, and now second Karmapa, then and a reincarnation will be repossessed all the authority of the past karma and past. That is not only our Cha.gyu, but all the school. And right now, this day also, the reincarnation on throne, holding the throne, and the passing the teaching, preserving the teachings and benefiting other beings. So that tradition beginning start His Holiness Karmapa, post Karmapa, Trisum Khenpa, and Karmapa is the reincarnation of Karmapa Trisum Khenpa. Since then, that is recognized Karmapa by himself, left behind some note that his birthplace and where he's born, everything he described. The following that people his follower will be recognize him and enthrone him. And so until 17, this is happening. And so everybody is satisfactory, it's a greatly benefit. The Karmapa is, I believe, to be human form true Buddha. So that's what I believe. And I think there are many of the devotee people really. Sikimese people call Sangye, Karmapa, Sangye Karmapa, which means Buddha Karmapa. That means there is a real Buddha, as human as we call Karmapa. So very high respect and spiritually, and very tantric, and the teacher great. And so this Guru Yoga is kind of, again, we have the compose. We have now this Guru Yoga practice, which we're going to talk about today, is composed by himself. So that is more blessings. And also I'm fortunate enough, the transmission I get directly from him, this transmission of this Guru Yoga. And I think that was fortunate enough. I was in Denmark at the time. And so there is not so many Tibetan Lamas outside of India. Few of us, So that case that, I was in Denmark, he came and he gave this transmission to me because he thinks I will greatly benefit for others. So that was his intention he give me. So I had fortunate enough to receive. So that was the kind of condition how I did this transmission from him. So therefore, I am no one, but his blessing is within me because he was directly presented this lineage transmission of this Guru Yoga to me. And so that's where I get this, and therefore I'm very meaningful to this teaching and giving to you. And if you are practicing, that will be greatly beneficial for your this lifetime and also continually next life, So it's very important. So that is the kind of background. But there is, if you quote it from Sutra and Tantra, Great Master, all this and that, so many things to be talk about that. But nowadays, translated Karmapa, 16 Karmapa, up until 16 Karmapa, each Karmapa story is translated too. So you can read it. When you read it, then you can see who we're talking about. It is not talking by an individual who will learn, accomplish, and clever, and not like that. This talking about the true human body to the enlightened one. So that means different. You read the enlightened story or somebody can get his story. So therefore his story is very good. You can read it. Translation is available. I'm showing the text. I didn't see. So you could put text on me. Okay, so that's the text now. So I can see the Chu.gyu and Chu.gyu Rinpoche La.mey.gyu Kuji Kuji Nyugo Keje Bizi Chargin Chichawa Yuksos. So here says here contain very venerable 16 Karmapa Rigveda or just Guru Yoga, and so called the continuous of the nectar, rain of nectar, which both from this Porkaya, which means through this Guru Yoga practice, accomplish Porkaya, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nimanakaya, Rupakaya, or Sabhavikaya. So this Porkaya evolves. This can reach you that state. So that is actually the aim of reach there. That is quite you are liberated. So that called Guru Yoga is, and what do you call? Juksos Namo Nyingmi Dulkit Dulzepa. So here say, in order to train, very difficult to train in the dark age. So I bow to and devotion to the Lama who guide us from the suffering to liberations. And Kaldi Loi Kumut tells so this is would be difficult to read it anyway. This is kind of kind of small print is not really for say that's kind of fortunate mind of the fortunate will be open like flower your mind by this great being's quality perfection and digit 13 draws so it bring your mind to be happy come to happy 这样去梦去等去等去梦给去等等的一切给上吧 so that's kind of say 去梦给去 meaning it's ordinary practice as the poor thought and then you have the very different type of the devotions the three type of devotions with that and then you have great sense of your promise to not harm no sentient beings then you are laying the foundation in the mind to very greatly benefit other sentient beings. That commitment is you should commit it. So you can go so that is kind of you cultivate a motivation that you are committed not to harm any sentient beings and committed to do everything for benefit of sentient beings. And that is the kind you must cultivate beforehand. So next, then we are beginning to start Guru Yoga. So there's a mantra, Om Subhava Siddha Soa Dharma Subhava Siddha Hang. So that is the kind of mantra, kind of purifying self and others, that means is oneself, which is always holding as the kind of, it is mean a perceiver to purify by this mantra, which means you transmit it all. Oneself is no self, and other phenomena is also no self. Selflessness of the selflessness of individual, selflessness of phenomena, and that is the two mantra kind of purifying. Jang means purify. Purify meaning you are transmitted your ordinary thought into completely transcend into the spacious emptiness, and that is the pure meaning of mind not grasping, holding nowhere, just let the mind to its own nature. And so that is kind of total spacious. So that text will say, Chu me total in wrong na. Chu me meaning unborn, unfabricated dharmakaya. In that playfulness of that spacious, from that spacious, within that total emptiness, in front, in the sky, ocean like the offerings, like Samantabhadra offerings, crowd offering like Samantabhadra. Samantabhadra is a bodhisattva, one of the great bodhisattva, Buddha's, Lord Buddha's disciple, these hard disciple they call theirs. He's the one of them, which is greater than anyone, I think, some the bodhisattva, and that's who performed the good conduct prayer, composed too. He composed that too. So that is the example of his when he make offering, that is ordinary mind cannot conceive it. How perfect, how limitless, how precious. There is a limit. Mind cannot measure how precious this is. Limit cannot, mind cannot be limited, distinguish how limitless it is, and how precious is it. Just like ocean, like cloud, the offering of the Samantabhadra in front of me. That is what we're visualizing now. Suddenly from out of emptiness, visualizing all space pure of the incredible offerings. So that incredible offering in center of that, you can see the very delightful lion throne. The lion throne meaning that they each side had two lions holding the throne in front, left, and right, backs. There is 8 lions holding this golden throne. So lion throne, a hall by in the line, and then on that throne has the lotus. On that lotus have mundus. On that mundus, instantly, body of the united 3 root. Instantly, that instantly lotus and one seed. Suddenly there is a body of the essence of the all 3 root, which is his mind is Lama, his body is Yidam, and his speech is Dharma, his body is a protector. Maybe Lama is mind, Yidam is the speech, body is a protector. So that called Sasum Kundi, meaning 3 root, which unify or essence of the all 3 root. The body of 3 root instantly appeared in the lion thrones. So then that is who was the body of 3 root is the victorious, the 16th Gyalwang Kamapa. And he appeared to very complexions like the atomic moons, and very smile and peaceful, gentle appearance. And he's kind of the black hat. By seeing liberation, black hat, and it's on his crown. Can you move? Move more. Second, another page. I didn't see the another page. Okay, little more. Little more. Okay. So then he has a 2 arm, which is skillful method, and a kind of cross with the Vajra and bell holding and cross, 2 arm symbol as the skillful mean and wisdom. He residing the lotus positions, wearing 3 monastic robe. And bless emptiness, me, inseparable of bless and emptiness. Not wavering from immensity of blessed and emptiness, but also have the 80 and 32 mark and manner adorned. And he residing blazing majestic light out. So that's what you visualizing him as in front of you. So when you have that case, you have the totally that you have the trust him to liberate from samsara, to attain the total enlightenment. So that you have trust and confidence to him, thinking that what the best for me is So for me to free from suffering, to get enlightenment, and you are the completely the powerful I trust you will lead me, guide me. So that kind of intention to your mind while you are visualizing the Karmapa, so that know everything for my need. So that way you supplicate with that kind of intention to Karmapa. So here you are supplicating, here it say, Cha.gyu Lama Las, to the lamas, who kind the lamas, united all refuge in you, your kind lama. So what there's I supplicate you to all of the sentient beings, me and other. Mong the number short laws, bless me, pacify all my ignorance and darkness. Give me a charawar zedu sol, bestow, I supplicate you bestow, may appear unborn clear light. So you repeat this few times. So maybe we can read Tibetan, then you will go next. Go beginning now. We're reading Tibetan. Go beginning, text beginning, and we can read phonetic. Okay, we're reading together. Omo Subhawa Shuddha Sarva Dharma Subhawa Shuddha Hom Chi Yen Kime Zhe Yin Roi Xiao Mei Na De Yin Ge Ngang Nian Deng Gai Gun Zan Chi Ten Jan Zhe Ye Zhuo Xing Tie Bei Man Da Wei Ten Ge Jie Chen Zhu Ca Zun Di Bei Ku Ye Yue Wang Bo Xi Zun Den De Tong De Lai Xia Na Se Do Bum Xiu Se Cha Ni Ta Xie Zong Zhuan Do Zhi Chu.gyu Nam Son So Xie Ge Zhong Nie Ying Le Okay. Ge Dong Nie Me Ying Le Ma Yu Chen Bei Gen De Zi Jian Bo Lai Xin Shu. And this is kind of how you visualize that is description there, and try to bring everything that what you read, to bring the meaning, then visualize and focus your mind one point. So then you will supplicating now. Okay, we repeat this 3 times. Gyalwang Kamapa Lama Lodu Rinpoche Mong Be Min Bai Gyalwang Kamapa Charawara Zedu So Gyalwang Kamapa Lama So why there's so and that's so do why non be Mumbai Shivara Chingia give me a was a line Charawara Zedu So Yamne Gindu Tinja Lama So why there's so and that's so Dona Mumbai Shivara Chingia Give me a was a land, Charawara and Zedu, so Jamne can do it. La so wine, there's one, that's all the wine. Mumbai, Shivara, Chingy. Give me a was a land, Charawara and Zedu, So now is receiving empowerment, which is more important. But this is how important is how you visualize before. But when you're visualizing the Karmapa, we must know that Karmapa is not tangible. It is just like a rainbow body, transparent there. So vivid and clearly, like rainbow. But like rainbow means like rainbow, but doesn't mean that rainbow is a kind of condition of the 5 elements. So Karmapa visualized as he's a kind of rainbow-like, appearance, but he had full of the wisdom, which is transparent, clear, so that he has the complete perfection of the Buddha. So that way you believe and visualize that way, and then you pray these 3 times while you saying to try to bring the meaning in the heart. Then next one is the empowerment. So that is how you visualize, how you pray, and that makes this empowerment important for you. Beginning, you don't have laying foundation good. At the end, you will not have result that much. But anyway, blessing is there. So now is first time you can see is that say Paldel Nesum Trusum Les means from the 3 letter from the 3 place of the glorious Lama, and 3 letter, which is from his forehead letter Om, which is white, throat letter A is red, blue letter Hung in his heart. So these 3 letters, 3 place and 3 color. So that is what means Padanamenesum Tusum Le. Whether karma thinks some picture true, meaning that rays of light, white, red, blue, spontaneously radiating from these 3 places. And then this that 3 letter dissolve into 3 door of the myself. That meaning my forehead, throat, heart center. So that is my his white light come to my forehead, and that is purifying all my bodily impurity, unpurpose things in the body have done before. All is purified. And from throat, red light coming strongly struck my throat, and that will be dispel all the unpurpose speech, negative speech through speech when they anything negative I don't. And then from the heart, blue light coming from his letter home from his heart, which that go to in my heart, that will be purifying any things I do on purpose, motivation, cultivation in my mind, all dispel, and that is dispel all the 3 door negativity, then receive the 4 empowerments: Bas empowerment, secret empowerment, wisdom empowerments. So next one, Nyenshi Nyomju Pakcha Kunjang. So this will be Nyenshi, meaning Nyenshi Nyomong Pitiba, Sheji Tiba, Nyomju Kitiba. That is kind of 3 obscuration. The affliction, Klasha obscuration, knowledge application, and the combination of all afflictions, and all these on the habitual pattern afflictions, kunjangs, all these 4 affliction, obscuration are subside or purified by this letter. After the purifying these 4 type of the obscurations, Namdol Ngo you can get to Chas, then that perfected the Ngo Yiku means Sabhavikaya, essential body, and which means that is totally that you are completely the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nimanakaya, a combination of all is Sabhavikaya is perfected, which means all and these obscurations removed. There you are achieve the Sabhavikaya, which means four kaya. So then next one is Machi Yungmengang Tuparisha. So that means that you do not contrive, You try to get something. This case, and what you do is without distracting, without fixating, leave a state of the primordial. So in that case, they're talking about two nature of the mind. Nyungma meaning that the primordial, that is mind, and that without any conditions. So Buddha nature we call too in the sutra. So these are what you have to be relax in this, whatever state, relax on that. You don't have to edit. You don't have to be remove anything. So it's a kind of primordial nature is always there, whether you practicing, not practicing, whether you are hell or hunger goes animal, even your enlightenment, the primordial nature is never be defiled, never be, change. So that's called the Shinyipu Takten Denduk, also we call is name Buddha nature. Tathagat Nagarba is never change. It is quite prime, and that is called Tathagata Garabas. So that is called Nyungma. Nyungma meaning primordial. So that is important to have your mind to unstate. Machima means uncontrived. You don't think I have to fix it in my mind to be Mahamudra and fix my mind to do emptiness, or fix my mind to be deep samadhi and profound samadhi. There's nothing to contrive to fixate it because there are nothing to subject to fixate it. So therefore, you do not need to fixate it. So while you do that, you can say karma by channel, and let your mind to the state of the completely no extreme, no fixating, nothing moving anything from your mind, negative things, but not adding any good quality there because you are spontaneously there, good quality, good perfection. But you have to recognize that. That is who Karmapa has completely achieved that full awakening on that state. And through his blessings, we merge his mind to our mind, and our mind become completely clear in that state. And that our mind is always like that, clear light. But we are confused by the fixating our mind, perceive and perceiver. Those are the kind of bring the thought and then some kind of mark outside, and then we confuse on that, and then that we chasing of that, then we forgetting the actual real reality there, what we have already there. So that is what you are let your mind to Karmapa mind, meaning your mind let to be no fixating, no contriving. Live as it is. Sometimes we call Mahamudra Shom called Tamalgisheba, ordinary mind. Ordinary mind means the mind doesn't have define. As mind it is. Then you will live in as it is. That is the ordinary mind. But we try to make the big deal of this, achieving this, then that makes losing actual reality. So let mind to be state of the total relax, openness. Not need to concern past and present futures. Let be mind its own nature. So you can say karma bhajana while you are bring your on that state, and the karma bhajana you mantra recited, and that to your devotion is very important. Devotion is normally we have devotion debit tepa, which is the longing something. That is called devotions. And then each Debutapa, and each Debutapa is longing. Each Debutapa. There's three types of devotion. Taoyatapas. One is the kind of pristine, clear devotions, which is mentally you really have completely amazed or appreciated of the perfect quality of your guru. So you have the no other thought there. So your mind is completely clear on focus of the quality of the guru. And that's called pristine devotions. And then one is the kind of you have the kind of longing the qualities. One is the pristine quality and devotion. One is longing devotion. So each of them, each of them is finally called your trust and confidence, totally without having kind of contriving or fixating. So your believe totally the quality, perfection of the guru, and then you have no any kind of thought to moving your mind from believing, trusting to your guru. So that is called kind of very believing or some trusting, confident, So that three type devotion is the normally we talk about, but this devotion called now we call Jumin Gitava. This and when you have this in the Jumin Gitava meanings unfixated devotions. So that means your spontaneous devotions, your guru devotion, especially that devotion is one you have sprung your mind, and Mahamudra is completely reaching, you are attaining. So that is the takes time, but again, you have to start from somewhere. Everybody not enlightened by not doing anything. Buddha himself also beginning start. He was 3 numberless aeon he performing bodhisattva conduct. At the end, he reaching enlightenment. So we have, it's not easily that way, but other way can so not easy to get that, immediately by this. But if you have devotion enough, then you can do it. Your devotion is very important in this case. So in this case, especially Mahamudra, we call Chumin Gita, that's unfixated devotion. This not contribute by any intellectual or concept to get that devotion. The devotion comes spontaneously, nothing can interfere, and nothing can obstruct it there. And that kind of devotion is the kind of, which is the condition to bring Mahamudra state, your mind to state of Mahamudra. And so this case, that very important to want to my mind to live alone without any kind of artificial, any kind of conceptualizing. Non-fabricated mind is necessary while you are reciting mantra, and then try to bring your mind into focusing the Guru's mind, and then you say the name of the Guru of Karmapa channel, and then mind relaxing on that state of the non-conceptualization and non-fabricated. So you can do Karmapa channel, and then I'll explain a little more about this. Karmapa channel is very beautiful melody singing in China and many people in Tibet. Unfortunately, my voice is not that good. I'm not good for melody. So we just say Karmapa channel. We need devotions. That's important. The devotion also we need accumulation merit, and then purification, very necessary. We have no purification, accumulation merit, then we don't have devotions. If there are no devotion, there is no hope, too much. And the sutra have saying, one in the sutra, so then the sutra quoted that, say, one who does not have devotions, there are no intention to do any good deed. Example, 7 means example is like seed born in fire never have sprout from that seed because seed is already born. Seeds are rotten. So that seed born is not getting any sprout. So not any kind of leaf, branches, flower, seed. So that is completely ended there. But therefore, devotion is very important to open our heart to do something good, believing something we can do good, believing that good can bring something good, happiness. So that way we started from devotion, the beginning like that, And so you need to have some sense of devotion. But of course, your devotion, you go to town, you see the place where you see things you like and something you really want to buy it. You really like it then. Even your money not enough. You really mind, I want to get that one. And then eventually you make the money and go back to buying the things, So that's kind of devotion. You devote it to that things because you're attached on that, So that's kind of devotion too, Devotion meaning something you like, beginning that way to understanding devotion. So in order to get, we're ignorant, we not acknowledge happiness and sufferings. So therefore, continually we make the cause of sufferings. And we never even try to happiness of the cause of happiness. So this because you don't believe, you ignorant one thing. So that ignorant make you don't believe. And you're opposite of that something, benefit for you, but opposite of benefit you doing harmful for yourself by negative things. So this case that, you need to have some sense of the devotion. That devotion meaning you want to have devotion, you have to know their quality. You buying something, you must know that is very precious for you. The same things that when you do, you know that things I do, this can bring me happy. And being happy for temporarily maybe. And then you are more smart. You have more some deep wisdom. Then you can see not temporarily, forever benefit. That is what you're looking for, the cause, for our benefit. So that temporary things, you can be anything. You get something, sweet, you get sweet, enjoy. And up to that, possible you get headache. And so that is not mean temporarily you're happy, but eventually get sick. So don't look that way. That is very temporarily looking good, but eventually make worse and suffering and pain. So what you you have to analyze through your wisdom, how last this cause to happiness me. Looking for everlasting happiness, that's the cause I needed. So there, do something good deed. You must know you do good deed with good motivations. This good deed can benefit many beings, free from suffering forever, and achieve enlightenment forever, happiness forever lasting. So that is the kind of very deep, smart, and who have the wisdom, being can do those. So that is the difference. So these, while you're doing good, also you need some kind of good motivation on that. And that make your maybe little good can be greatly benefit. You have not motivation, you have lots of good you did, maybe not so much benefit because your motivation is not good. So therefore, more important is the good motivation to do good actions, and that is for last forever, So that kind of, so this is kind of you doing good is you have to be motivated to more benefit. So that makes short time you can make the great merit you accumulated. Short time you can make great purification can dawn. And then you have the great state of devotion. Defensive devotion can be sprung in your mind. And eventually you have achieved the what called, uncontrived devotion, non-fabricated devotion, spontaneous devotions. So those kind of devotion, when those kind of devotion come, then at the same time you achieving the enlightenment, Mahamudra receiving a realization. Some our Mahamudra lineage saying so. So that is the kind of devotion is necessary here. So you say karma bhajano, and then you staying on the devotional state and let the mind to not extreme of everything, anything. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, 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 karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, 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 karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, 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 karma. Karma bhajano, 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 karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, 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 karma. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Namaste, go up a little bit, text. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. Karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano, karma bhajano. So now here is a small print to say, merge your speech, mind, body of the Guru's speech, mind, body inseparably. Then equipoise your mind as much you can within the three sphere or non-discursive three sphere. So in that case, the Gu Sung Tu, body, speech, mind. One's body is like Guru's body, one's speech like Guru's speech, our mind as Guru's mind is inseparable in one. The merging like that. So in this case, your mind is empty. We call Ngou Tongpa. My essence of your mind is not really never there as something you can grab, no hold or see something. The essence of mind is empty. Then Ngou Tongpa, Rajin Salwa. Nature of the speech is the kind of clear light. the mind is the essence of mind's empty, nature of the mind's clarity, essence of mind emptiness. Nature of the mind clarity. Aspect mind is the unimpededness. So that is the Lama's body is the aspect unimpededness. Lama's speech is clear light nature. Lama's mind essence is completely empty. So we are mind essence empty. Nature of the clarity, aspect mind is unimpededness. So mind is a empty. It doesn't mean empty house, empty pot, but empty meaning beyond empty. Empty that not conditioned by anything. That is what's our mind. But that is not totally numb, but that have some kind of clarity, aware of everything. That clarity does not clinging and grasping on the clarity on inferiorness, which means not inferior by anything that seeing or hearing or thought comes. So that is the Lama's mind. You try to bring our mind to in this state. So merge in the inseparability of the Lama's mind means you have to bring your mind on that state. Relax your mind on equipoise as much as one can within that non-discursive three sphere. That means object, subject, and actions. There's three. No meditator, no meditations, no meditation objects. Also, there is something quoted. Tila selja chiame, jakpar chawang chungzeme, yangda nila yangda ta yangda tune number 12. So this also kind of supporting that view what we talk about. This state of mind, you do not to dispel anything because nothing to dispel. Why not? Because beginning clean, clear, no defile at all. So therefore, nothing to dispel, remove anything from the mind. Mind is beginning totally awakening, enlightenment. Second one is Jakbarchaya Jungze means they are nothing to adding any quality of the perfection of the Buddha. Why? Because Buddha quality was spontaneously present there. Nothing to remove, never defile. Nothing to add, already perfected. Think of those. So you directly looked the perfect, spontaneously clear light. When you look that way, when you see the perfection, then you liberate it. So here, Yangda, I think the case that this state of the true nature of clear light, not ordinary eye can see for sure, but also ordinary wisdom cannot see this. This perfection not seen by hearing teachings. You know all Sutra Tantra by heart, doesn't able to see this true nature. And you reflecting this many eons, many time, many year, many month, a year, but doesn't will be able to see this. So hearing wisdom cannot see, reflecting wisdom cannot see. So this is perfect, pure from beginnings, not to add good quality, not to remove bad quality. Present every perfection there. So therefore, this is not ordinary wisdom can see, but what kind of wisdom can see this? This is the, not by the hearing wisdom or reflecting wisdom. This is a yanda ila yanda tami. It is perfection. You need to perfect wisdom can see this. What the perfect wisdom is, that wisdom gained from true meditation that can see it. So that means no other way you can see. You meditate perfectly. Accordingly, your teacher instructions. And then this will be, can see your perfection, to nature of the clear light, Tathagata Garaba, ordinary mind. That many way, many name of this, but actually it is one thing. That way you can relax. In that case, you just stopping, say, Karmapa channel and stopping thinking anything. Just merge your guru's mind with your mind and then relax on that. This quote, I quoted from the Uttara Shastra Tantra, Gyalwang Lama. So that is a Mahamudra tradition. Even Kamapa says, while meditation of Mahamudra is, we belong to the Uttara Shastra Tantras, the Maitreya Buddha's 5 volumes of treatises. One of them condensed into one they call Uttara Shastra Tantra. And that has that, what I'm kind of quoted right now. Dendam Namki, Yeshidi, Madabai Togjam, in the same text, it says some quoted here. Absolute wisdom do not able to recognize one who have no devotions. So this case again require the devotion to the read. One can able to recognize this. So devotion, again, that devotion have to be quite mature, very supreme level of those devotions. And that devotion can be same as the wisdom. But again, these, we talk about Lama, but Lama, His Holiness Karmapa is, we use sometimes Lama, but again, you don't misunderstanding. Nowadays, lots of Lama there. Even people call me Lama too, so I'm not doing anything. And so not like that, This Lama means the true Buddha. Karmapa is true Buddha. He not like, last month become Buddha, last year become Buddha, or this life become Buddha. He was Buddha for a long time. Buddha's lifetime, he was one of the retinue of the Buddha. If you go to the sutra and talk about, then lots of story there, And so that is the beginning, but he has historically a long story for many lifetimes. He was in the Buddha's lifetime, he was a retinues. And when the Gompupa was requesting Samantaraja's sutra, and he requested, but at the same time, Buddha told who will be there, have the committing to this teaching can flourish in the dark in Tibet, something that time they call not Tibet. Snow line somewhere will be have beginning to human, then will be teaching come there, and you among you who are committing this. And then Gompupa was one committed to spreading this teaching, and Karma was there too. So he was committed to helping the Gompupa this teaching as well. So his story go back like that. So there is a Karmapa story is so amazing, so profound. And so, as I'm saying, there's a lot of book to read. And actually here, maybe 17 Karmapa is teaching right now. I saw everywhere, so you can look at in the Facebook and YouTube. Sometimes you Karmapa teaching, you type, that will bring some. Then you can see anywhere what kind of teaching you want to beginning. As he teaching many kind, advising many things. Some of that in the 17th Karmapa's teaching was quite interesting because this century, different people than last century, So this century, he knows what caused people sufferings, what people want to. And so this all he has some experience, he's learning, experiencing, and he teaching accordingly. So that kind of become more affects to Western world, because the Western world have new for Dharma. Sometimes they are really admired by Dharma. And Dharma such as Karma, but he live with that Dharma and he teach. That makes big difference for you. And I will say, please, there is a lot of teaching and tape there, and just listen. You don't have to pay. Just have to have small piece of your phone. You can listen. I listening when I walk. I'm staying home. Even I'm night to sleep. I put on. Sometimes I get sleep. I cannot listen to all of them, but most of my appreciate it and make it now myself to bring a positive mind by listening to him. So anyway, this case we are meditating now in silence, and what we have saying, those are try to think in your mind, see which can help you. And then later we have question. I will take some question as well. So we can sit little meditation now, silent a little bit, okay? So now we can dedicate prayer here. Given those who can meet in Kintomi method, the true Palami Rapsal days, seeing when you're around with shows. So dedication here is all the spiritual, by these spirituals, limitless, all sentient beings, all equal to all sentient beings, beginning since downfall, bewilderment, ignorance, without exception, all subside or clear. And may I recognize one own face, basic, spacious, and all pervading. Through the power of the ocean-like unfathomable aspirations, I dedicate to ocean-like primordial Buddha. Absent of the whole extreme of the dedication and dedicator, may completely empty all the samsaric cycle, ocean of samsaric cycles. Seeing capital wisdom matches. All the basic spacious, all pervasive spacious, unconditional, clear light. May travel accordingly the path of the completely perfect. I may have attained final operation of the Buddha, perfect Buddha. I may state of the poor kaya of the lamas may obtain. So that is dedications. So we can read one time from where you start, even one more, I think. Or okay, go down where you are. But she moving the text. Gyalwang Kamapa yi chen ki to me nesa di don pa kun dan chulba La.mey rapsel ji kun cha rang on shi bra lo me La.mey.gyu ko chen ji ye ne Cha.gyu yong on move text. Millions of young the Moja Jatsu Tatu Korean Jatsu Tone Chu.gyu Xiyin Chapdala was so demand Lam.gyu Ngenju Chetra Rabdut Tartu Debu Ngenzan Jeju Koji La.mey.gyu So last the small print is kind of in Tibet, Cha.gyu Nal.jor.gyu. Actually, we have received initiation together with him when I was 18 from Khyentse Rinpoche, Dengo Khyentse Rinpoche, and Kalu Rinpoche both. Kalu Rinpoche received from Khyentse Rinpoche some initiation, and Khyentse Rinpoche received from Kalu Rinpoche. So I was fortunate enough there. This Cha.gyu Nal.jor.gyu was there. Cha.gyu Nal.jor.gyu was the Dirgi kings, is some kind of, official worker in the kingdom, the Dirgi kingdom. So he's kind of gentleman there. So this Cha.gyu Nal.jor.gyu, who was a request to His Holiness, giving the auspicious white Khada beseeched him to could you compose some Guru Yoga practice of you for my practice for me. Can you please bestow this? Then Karmapa has been composed this text, Earth, Dog, Year in Autumn, and he wrote this text. So that's kind of small print, say where he text wrote. So that was in Tibet, in Kham, he wrote this. But then later it's very popular in India. Come to post-time in Denmark, this is very popular text, and everybody practicing this. And many people open their heart for Dharma by this practice, So that was quite useful, this text. So, but you can, in their Cha.gyu Lama who learn it and who can give more explanation, don't hesitate and ask them. They will do more explaining, more clarifying for you. So this is the kind of just me giving you a little bit what I have experienced by this text through this practice. I really have a sensible devotion to Karmapa, and also that especially this Guru Yoga practice was very helpful for my practice. So I hope that you have same benefit this practice can bring you. So that was what I want to say. And of course, then Karmapa Guru Yoga is not any Lama's Guru Yoga. It is very, very profound. The meaning is more than what I have saying to you. There's nothing too much I say. So the translation is very good too, I think. So you can read that, and that can now clarify so that you can have the text yourself, and then you can do daily practice. And that would be when Lama practices, in the tantra will say, Lama me koron ma sanje chayu miyami, kalpa tangi sanje talama thale tene jungs. So this is kind of quoted by in the tantra. Say, Lama me koron na sanje chayu miyami. It's no Lama, and there is no name of Buddha. And the kalpa tongi sanje talama thala tene jungs. 1,000 kalpas, 1,000 Buddhas appear. All these Buddha has caused by the Lamas. Through the Lama, they become Buddhas. For my important tantra will prophesize that way. So that is true. What I understanding myself, Lama is very, very important, but doesn't mean any Lama. Sometimes karmically you like the Lama, what he say, what he do, everything, you feel very good. And that can be not take as seriously as your Lama, and that's his good friend. And that is something especially they teach Dharma, help you, protect you for negative to lead you positive, and that is Lama, But that's called, actually we not call Lama, we call a spiritual friend, Yevishingen. So he's a spiritual friend who helped me to open my heart to spiritual, and he guiding me. So that is not my Lama, but the Lama is something really introduce your true nature of your mind. And then again, this is introducing your mind. Business is not meaning your long time reciting sutra in by heart, the root text, and explaining. And then someone who can do that, and that is your spiritual friend. But that can be your Lama. And Lama is happy you have many lifetime connected with you on things. And then many lifetime together we doing something good. And always showing something good, we learning something good. So that kind of karmic connection can be bring the condition, like something, condition to bring, recognize your mind sometime. So that means, and then you could call your lamas. But there may be early to say the root lamas. Root lama is really final who will introduce your mind. That is the root lamas. But again, you want to see the lama like Buddha? I don't know. We can find that. Even there is lama. His Holiness Dalai Lama in Karmapa and last Kalu Rinpoche, Tanggu Rinpoche, lots of great masters there. Perfect, but sometimes people have their own negative reflecting them. Then you complain. Yeah, my lifetime I can hear lots of complaint by impossible. That person can complain, get complaint, but some people can complain. That is also the kind samsarically. I like that person. I get to receive some good from that person, and somewhat I really like the person. Even that person doing bad things, I never say bad things. He's doing good. He's bad. You pray at that person. He's doing not good, but I feel good. Therefore, I want to say good things about him. As somebody doing excellent things, if I don't like it, I'm beginning to complain. I think there's something wrong with him. So that is the nature of the human society, human life. So that is the problem actually also, because of our ego makes it, lead us wrong place. But then in the great master who practice, true practitioner, they say, if I see something wrong to other, I look myself, that wrong is exactly I have that wrong. I should to correct myself. So they said, the great master says, if you find a mirror and you can see a mirror black in your face, and that in the mirror have the black face, have the black in the face. But actually, that doesn't mean the mirror have someone there to have black face. But I have the black face, and my face is appear to mirror and reflecting there. So there's not over there, really on me. So I should be washing my face from the black to get white. And so the same things that anything we think of wrong, it's wrong, nothing outside. Or something wrong is within me. So that is a great Kadamba retreat master who live in the mountain. They always said, one of the Kadamba masters said that he was a thief in Lhasa. Then he become very good practitioner, hearing Dharma teaching. He become very good and he live mountain. He really a retreat master practicing in the retreat. Everybody respect him. So one day he was kind of begging the alms, come around the city, and the one family invited him to, get food and let him to stay there. And he said, okay, you don't have to go around begging. I will give the food. You can take it. So he was then stay home of somebody's house with a devotee to him. And then the people have gone out and he was in alone home. And he looked around and there's a bunch of tea in their kitchens. So he was certainly thinking, my retreat and my cave doesn't have the tea. Maybe opportunity I should take some tea. So he was getting motivation like that, and even his hand was on the tree to ready to steal that. And immediately he remembering, that's thief, I'm stealing. And he called the people, said, come here. And it's stealing, and this man is stealing here. He look at him, he's getting your tea here. Cut the hand right there. So he himself calling the people that he's stealing there. So it is, he himself immediately recognized he's doing the bad things there. because he's happy to do something like that. So still, he was very mindful, but suddenly if you forget, he's going to get the thing to take the tea to, retreat. So that is a kind of stealing thing. So that he immediately remembering that he want to right there to purify, ask them to come, see I'm stealing that. So that way, you say that recognize, mindful, anything you do, you're remembering that is wrong, and so mindfulness is necessary this. So that is important for us to, but again, there's a very detail. We always, sometimes we cannot follow it exactly. So in that case, we are delayed to get enlightenment. Nevertheless, we can try. We meet the Dharma, we having teaching, we have friends who help us. And so that way, don't be discouraged, Kalu Rinpoche used to be saying to us, nourishing, manor lamzang doors. Sometimes he will say, you get mistake. Do you mistake and a mistake? Certainly you go to unmistake path. So each time mistake, you're aware, you're mindful, and then each time you learn. And then suddenly you completely are not mistaking. You have to follow the path direct. So that he saw, I would see that he tell us that too sometimes. So that was also a kind of very good instruction to, thinking on have one time mistake, I mistake, to forget now I cannot do it. That's not true. We can do it. We have to try. We have to try. We have the human life, and human have lots of opportunity to practice good things. And then also we're not sure how long we live. So before get the last, and then we should have something to do good, whatever our capability. And mind always, good positive mind is very important, because mind is the kind of guide us, lead us to mistake or non-mistakes. So mindful to our mind is very important as well. And so, and good to have teaching from no matter whom, who teach according to Buddha, following the perfect lineage and staying samaya accordingly. So then that's okay. That teacher is very good. First see what he do, and then you feel you agree what he doing, then you can follow. You can receive the teaching from him. And then more you learning, you will learn how great that person is. So therefore you can learn for anywhere, any place. And so that is the, I will say, so, Guru Yoga business is a little bit more high. But again, we cannot just forget to say, oh, this is too high. We have to do somewhere. Even we not know, we have to involve to make knowledge, make understand ourselves. But whenever it's, oh, this is too high, too much, I cannot do it, we never do it. But try, even a little bit like this, not bad. So I don't know what time is about now. So where we are, we had question time, not time.
It's 4:45.
So what do you think? More question, or you just continually talking?
I think that there's actually a couple questions lined up for Tefala there.
That's correct.
Okay. So then we can start questions. See, question makes some sense.
Okay. So the first question we have, Rinpoche, is from Yeshe, and he says, Dear Rinpoche, what does Cha.gyu, Chu.gyu, Nal.jor.gyu, and La.mey.gyu translate to?
I see. So this Cha.gyu, Chu.gyu, Nal.jor, La.mey.gyu, that I think Sanskrit called Kriya, Upa, Yoga, Ma Yoga. That's the kind of Sanskrit translations.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
The next question is from Craig Janke, and he says, Dear Rinpoche, can we visualize others doing Guru Yoga along with us? Thank you.
You mean we together practice group?
I think he means when you are practicing, can you visualize others doing guru yoga along with you at the same time?
Yes, you could, I guess, but it doesn't mention that way. Chinese practice, we do that way. When we do, possibly we visualize each and every sentient being have the crown of the head as Chinese. But this one, it doesn't say that. So I don't know if it is right or wrong. But always we think of all sentient beings, beginning with, that is important. But when we do, we can focus. It is also, Chinese, we make visualizing and crown of head. And here in text says, Dungki Namkar. That means it could be visualizing in front of space, in front of me, which means in front of you, not crown of your head. So this also doesn't say you visualize each and every sentient being have same visualization. So therefore, I will not say yes or no, but I don't know any contradictory you could do. But anyway, our mind not allowed to do everyone have Karmapa, but we have hard to visualize Karmapa in front of me alone, So so I don't know, maybe some people we can do it. For me, very difficult.
Thank you, Lama Rinpoche. So the next question is from James, and he asks, in the text, after we say Om Sobawa Shuddha Sarodharma Sobawa Shuddha Hom, the text goes on to say, Chuing Chim Me Trudril Yingdril Ne, Shu Me Nade Yingchi Ngang Yi Le. And what he would like to know is, that last stanza is translated as from the expanse, the essence of indestructible nada. What is the nada that's being referred to there? Is that like nada yoga, or is it a sound?
It is sound, is invisible sound. I think so. That is nada is a kind of drop, actually, no nada meanings. But it's not like physical, visible nada. It is a kind of sphere of this. It's completely spacious. That is kind of nada, And out of this that nada, then you appear to visualizing the deities and a throne and so on, right? That's true. You can see the other sentence will related that nada. Can you read it few lines, and we can figure out?
Yeah, do you want me to it says, from the play of the expanse, birthless Dhammadhatu, free from elaboration, from the expanse, the essence of indestructible nada appears before me amidst vast clouds of limitless offerings.
Yeah, exactly what I say. Nada is completely indestructible. It is a kind of emptiness without condition. That's indestructible. You call nada also, I think. So that is the kind of out of spacious, then it's kind of throne comes, appear lotus, sun, moon, sit, all those things, So that is the kind of not like tangible anything you can think. It is really actually called the empty that is not conditioned by. The empty, it means the empty, you're going to make the condition empty. Is the house empty, no people there, that's empty too. That's the house empty, house empty, what about a house? You see? Now this case, what happened talking is we're not talking inside house. We're talking inside house and outside house also empty. You see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
It is not condition. It's in the beyond conditions. That is called others, I think.
Thank you, Rinpoche. The next question is from Craig. Go ahead.
So I think that can you, the Jam tell he want to talk to me privately. I don't know how to contact to him. He can make this, if he have as Facebook or anything other WhatsApp, he can call and we can make the appointment. Then I can talk. I know he's a practitioner. I like to talk to him. But I saw somewhere he wanted to talk to me. He did say that you can convey that message to him.
Okay, yes. And James, if you don't have a way to contact Rinpoche, you can just ping me in the text.
Talk to David Fowler, Lama Chi, one of them also. They'll convey a message. Okay.
The next question is from Craig Janke. Dear Rinpoche, in sadhanas where we visualize ourselves as the deities, we may also make offering to the deity. How does that work? Are we the deity making offerings to ourselves? Thank you.
In this case, it didn't say too much offering to offer, This Guru Yoga, in some place, yes. And some is a deities yoga practice. This Guru Yoga practice. The offering in that is, we are a deities, we can emanate offering ourselves and make offering to ourselves. And also we emanating ourselves, we offering to implore the deities. That depending sadhana, there is, you can emanate it offering, and you emanate yourself, you make offering yourself because you are the deities, then you offer. So that means that you are a true nature as the Buddha, and that Buddha manifesting the deities. And the deities and the Buddha is inseparable. The deities is a part of the wisdom of the Buddha, and part of the emanation of your root guru. And so in that case, that you visualizing, you don't think you're ordinary beings, you're true deities. So when you visualize the deities, you have to have Vajra proud, which means I am two deities. I am the deities. You cannot say I'm not deities because I'm the Debra. You have to say I am deities. You don't have to say, so you have the confidence, bring the confidence yourself deities. Then bring your deities, you visualize, and then your mantra recitation, your visualization can benefit other and benefit yourself. And you are visualizing the deities, still you think, so I'm dry, but I'm not really deities. That kind attitude make your practice become a little bit less power, and it will be not benefiting too much, So you need to have some sense of the visualization that you have to think that you are medicine Buddha, you are true medicine Buddha. There are no question. You are obscured by temporary obscurations. Absolutely, you are true medicine Buddha, or you are Chenrezi, true Chenrezi. You merging Karmapa, you become truly Karmapa. You have to competent, and you have to be competent. You have to sustaining that way to receive the blessing on your Guru Yoga practice. When you're sustaining this deities practice, your real deities, that can the power to benefiting others, benefiting yourself, purifying subside ordinary thought, So that is the Vajrayana is a speedy to enlightenment, means that those practice can, for example, you visualizing right now, practicing, and you're driving same time, you're going somewhere. But at the same time, you are practicing Chenrezi, and you're visualizing forearm Chenrezi, white, radiant, very radiant, transparent, mantra sending, reciting mantra sound, form as deities, then completely in a state of the emptiness that you stay that way. And certainly other car hit you, you are certainly stop your breathing, you mean you're dead. So moment of your continuation, sustaining your visualizing the deities, that very moment you are no more samsara, you are enlightened. So that is instant benefit, because that time you are truly Vajra proud, you are kind of cultivating, and that truly Chenrezi and truly mantra recitation, to the power, compassion. So that kind of state of your mind and make the completely transcended all the samsara, you can be enlightened. To pursue that. Problem is that, can we do this? It's very hard to. So you have to customate it long time. You have very expert to do so. So if you not have familiar that much, then you not need to problem with you dying, ready to die. You have done your lifetime practice, you see. So that is the power of the Vajrayana practice. Within lifetime enlightenment, instant enlightenment. It's not mean just saying that, but there is a method. There is. but you have to be ready. The question is that is so excited, so inspiring practice with Vajrayana. Can I do this? Can I know what caused me die? Car accident, when heart attack, when I go to bathroom, while I'm eating, when I'm walking. No, it's certain. We don't have any certainty on that because of the uncertain of the death. Multiple cause of the death. All these different things make that we cannot guarantee, can I walk from this teaching to go my room between I will have life or death? I'm not sure. I'm not ensuring. So therefore, mindfulness Buddha requiring all the time. So we need to have mindful, always positive state of mind. And when you have positive state of mind, we have quite comfortable in the Pardo, comfortable to take this life, Pardo life to next life, next reborn. So that is mindfulness. We have to customate it. So that is, necessary. See that what whole question bring this answer or something else there,
Thank you, Rinpoche. The next question is from Becca Bradshaw, and she asked, the meditation appears to have a very serious focus. Is there a common that students go to meditation for?
Yeah, something interfere your voice. I didn't see the last word.
I'm sorry. Is there a common assistance that students go to this meditation for?
Common assistant, you say?
Yeah, I believe what's meant here is what is the sort of benefit to ordinary students of the Guru Yoga practice?
If you are do accordingly, that's Guru Yoga can give some sense of wisdom to understanding the rest of Dharma too. But somewhat get blessing this way, expose yourself, not bad at all. But you can do beginning of the some practice. You more need to learn about Mahayana practice, I think. And that will be helpful. But anyway, as what we're talking about is that more your mind absent of thought. Relax your mind. But again, and this what I'm talking today is a little bit more advanced, some reason, somewhat because of due to the Guru Yoga practice, I have to talk about this. But normally, beginning, you have to train your mind. Our mind is like wild monkey because our mind is very, very active. It's normally, but especially when try to meditate, become very, very active, more thought, more kind of distraction come when you meditate. And that's for sure because our mind is wild, never disciplined. So we try to discipline that make activated more to thought. Like a monkey in the wild live, they staying very freely. You catch them, put in a cage. The monkey will not stay in the cage, running, try to get out. You see? So that takes time to monkey to come down. First time he will tire, then he will tire and sleepy, and then he'll rest, good sleep. So when he wake up, and he want to go back again. But slowly, day by day, month by month, then he knows he cannot able to go out from there. He'll be stay there and hopelessly. Slowly he'll enjoy it. He get food and water, drinking, place nice there. So certainly he become familiar there. So until he get customated, he will be very active, very difficult to stay there, So same things our mind. The wild monkey like catching in put in cage. So we are trying to meditate. That means our mind to control, to not to be careless, crazy. That is we, meditation mean by to try to subside our thought and distraction. So that is the kind of we do. So that make the mind become a little more crazy, but that is possible to come down by, as like monkey, takes time to monkey to come down, custom made to that. So same things, our mind also a little bit difficult to subside, but doesn't mean impossible. That is possible. So again, when you are begin to meditate, and you need to also have careful outside meditations. You have to careful to what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're thinking. So more you customate it outside, positive, your life outside, then you sit down, you are able to control your mind, more subside, more clear. You can be calm for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, half minute, and then slowly, 10 minutes, then go more increasing more and more and come down. So your mind is totally come down, and certain point, then you can do this all recitation, mantra, visualization. You enjoy that. So this will be the way to do slowly. So you can learn beginning that whatever prepared for you, Does it make sense? Hope so. Okay.
Thank you. One last question we have. Thank you. This is from Jennifer McLaughlin. Thank you, Rinpoche, for this blessing. Should a beginner, in order to start this practice, recite in English first or both English and phonetic Tibetan? Thank you.
I think that English okay, because English that you know meanings, and Tibetan recitation you may kind of losing the meanings. So first you may train your visualization practice, Guru Yoga, to English. When you English export very good, then you try to Tibetan, because Tibetan language is lineage language that carrying the blessing on it. And English doesn't have blessing somewhat, So that also we believe that way. So first you English to learn these things. When you read, slowly reading, even read one paragraph, think of that meaning. Then one paragraph, think of the meaning. Then 5, 7, 8, 20 times, you may by heart, you may know the meaning. Then try to focus, Tibetan try. That will be more blessing for you, I believe. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much, Rinpoche, and that's all the questions we have for today.
Thank you. So I don't know time, we have more or less now. So okay? Lama La.
Rinpoche, it's 5:03 p.m.
So you let me go, or you want to keep me here?
Maybe we can, your choice.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe thank you very much for your miraculous wisdom this evening, Rinpoche. And I just want to let everybody know, remind them of your teaching next weekend on Kabje Rangjung Kunkyap Guru Yoga as well. So that's coming up.
Thank you, Lama. Thank you. So you go out. I hope to see next week again. But I don't see you. Are you see me? That's good enough.
Over 50 people today. Over 50 people.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Rinpoche, and please have a good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, Dave.
Good night. Thank you.